Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the last Tuesday in the month of July. We're having our last It Is Possible Tuesdays with Sanya for July today. And I'm so happy that you are here with me. I am hoping that I'll be able to share some tips with you, parents and carers of children with SEND. The summer is here. The holidays are here. You no longer have school to help you to ensure that there's structure and activity for your children. And so this evening, for the next couple of minutes, I hope to share some useful tips with you, which I hope will help you to have a more enjoyable summer. But as usual, we start with a word. For I know the plans that I have for you, saith the Lord. Plans for prosperity and for not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. This evening we're going to talk about the summer, a time of fun. I'm going to share some slides with you with some information which I hope you will be able to use once we are finished. So I have a friend who once told me about something called planned spontaneity. And that's what I'm offering you today. It's planned, but it's also going to be spontaneous. With our SEND children, routine is very important. Structure is very important. But all children need routine, all children need structure. It helps them to be ordered, it helps them to be organized, it helps to take away the stress of any given situation. And so, what I am saying to you today is have some plans. But it's not you who will be making the plans. The children have a part to play. So ensure that you have a meeting, call a summer meeting, a summer planning meeting, and say to everybody involved, grandparents, aunts, uncles, your support network, let's put our heads together and see what activities we can put together for the summer. The child's voice is very important. Get a big sheet of sugar paper, give everybody a marker, and say to them, write what you want us to do during the next couple of weeks, and put all the ideas together to have your planned spontaneity. So you're going to have a schedule of fun activities that you'll be doing for the next 5 to 6 weeks of the summer holiday. And it's very important that you have a plan. So you say on Monday we'll go to the park, on Tuesdays we'll go to swimming, on Wednesdays we'll go biking, on Thursdays we'll go walking, on Fridays it will be our relaxed day, nothing to do day. Or it might just be a little bit of reading, anything, but ensure that every day has something. You know, there's a parent who actually has a jar for boredom, but I'll tell you about that a little later on. Routines means that you're in control, and it allows you to be calm and steady when everything becomes hectic. And that's why it's important for us, especially when we're dealing with our children who have SEND, particularly the children with autism. That's very important for them to know what is going to happen next. It's one way that they can level down the anxiety that comes with not knowing what is going to happen next. Let's look at a wake up routine. And you might be thinking a wake up routine, but it's a summer holiday. Yes, it's a summer holiday, but we want to make sure that the routine of school is not so disruptive that when it gets time for the holidays to end, that it's a difficult transition. So we know children usually wake up about 7 or 8 to get to school for 9. What we encourage is that you give them 2 hours extra to sleep in, but ensure that they know every morning they're going to wake up at either 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. But it's not 11 o'clock, it's not 10:30. There's a set time and they have to stick to it. This will make it easier for them to make the transition for September. And for some parents, they tend to use what's happening on the weekend. So there's a weekend schedule. They simply switch that to the holiday schedule. 2 hours later, 2 hours of sleeping in. But it also means that they must have a particular bedtime as well. Now, sleep is very important. Doctors actually recommend set number of hours for each age range. And the reason for this is that if you don't get enough sleep, it does affect your body. It affects your physical, emotional, and social health. And so you're encouraged to get the full number of hours of sleep because you don't want to be gaining weight, you don't want to be stressed, you don't want to have disruptive sleep, and you certainly don't want it to affect your way you interact with others. So ensure you get the full number of hours of sleep, and ensure that your children also sleep for the required number of hours. If you're going to ensure that the children are sleeping the right number of hours, ensure that the nap time is in the middle of the day. You don't want nap time to be an hour before bedtime. You certainly don't want that because that is going to disrupt the sleep. Also, have a bedtime routine. It helps with the sleep. A pediatrician, Dr. Jennifer Shu, recommends that we follow the 4 B's: having a bath, brushing the teeth, reading a book, and then bedtime. Our children need routine and structure, and you'll hear me say that quite often throughout today's presentation. But when your children have a bath, they recognize that it's coming up to bedtime. So this is the routine. First, we go to the bathroom, we have a shower, we have a bath, whatever it is, then we brush our teeth. One of the things we don't want is for children to think, after I eat, then I go to sleep. We don't want it to look that way. We want them to finish eating, then they have a bath, then they brush their teeth, then they have a little reading time, and then they're tucked into bed. And listen, what we don't encourage is screen time or heavy exercise. What that does is to get the body awake, to get the adrenaline flowing. We don't want that at bedtime. We want the children to have a good night's rest so that they're up and active and ready, energized for the full day of activity that you have planned for them for the summer. So let's ensure that we follow the 4 B's: having a bath, brushing the teeth, having something to read, and then going to bed. Now, as I said, ensure that the children are involved. They must have some ownership of what's taking place. After all, it's the summer holidays for them, not for you. So ensure that the children are involved. And that way, you don't have to be stressed about what am I going to do, tearing your hair out. No, they will be telling you what they want to do. And of course, within reason, you will be doing that. Factor in time. As I said, one parent actually factored in some time for boredom. She created a boredom jar, and the children actually came up with the ideas of what they would put in the jar. So they wrote on slips of paper, and dropped it in the jar. And one of them went, "I'm bored." They'd be pointed to the boredom jar, take a slip of paper out, read it, and do the activity. And of course, it would have been something that they had planned or they had written down. Now, the very good thing that we need to think about during the summer is money, funds. How are we going to fund all these wonderful activities that we want to participate in? But let me encourage you to remember that activities do not have to break the bank. Even for our teenagers who act so cool, you know, going to the park can be fun and it can be an adventure. It all depends on which park you're going, when you're going, and the things that you plan to do when you get there. So I hope that the fun is going to begin soon. So, have you thought about what your borough offers? That's a very good place to start. Do some research and find out what your borough offers. In actual fact, there's something called your send local offer or your local offer. Type in local offer, and whatever borough you are in, it will bring up a page similar to the one that I have here. So my church is in Hackney, okay, and I went to Hackney to see what the local offer was. And you can see that there are quite a number of activities that are on offer that your children could be involved in. So go there, have a look first, see what is on offer, and then plan to participate in those activities. And I'm going to share some of the activities with you so that you can have a better idea of what is on offer. And we're going to not just be in London, we'll be popping all over the country so that you can enjoy some of the goodies for the children. So let's see what's next. I love going to the park, and the parks are free. You can go to a park next door to your borough or in a borough that you've never ever been to before. I recently went to Holland Park and I found it quite a lovely experience. There are two main gardens, for example, in Holland Park, the Dutch garden and the Japanese garden. There's an adventure park for the children with a mini zip line. There's a slide. There is a jungle gym, loads of activities. There's also giant chess set and checkers, lovely gardens, a cap. You can sit, you can have a picnic, you can just um, go for a stroll. Lovely thing. If you're into art, you could go there. And what would happen? You'd be able to see still life, you'd be able to do some drawing. Lots of things for our children and our young people to participate in. So I'm hoping that you'll be thinking of going to some of the parks and seeing what you can do or what you and your children can do at some of the parks. I'll just show you a couple more photographs from the visit to Holland Park. So this is the Japanese garden, and there's a, is it a peahen or a peacock? Well, the bird refused to open up its tail, so I didn't get to see the beauty of it. But you might be more fortunate if you go there. You might actually see when it opens up the feathers to that beautiful plumage. Um, yes, it is possible to have summer fun on a budget, and quite a number of our organizations, quite a number of companies are doing their part to ensure that our children and young people can have a wonderful time during the summer. I'm going to share some of these with you. Please take note of them, jot them down so that you can do some more research later on. So remember that travel is free. It means that you don't have to worry about where you can go. Children under 5 can travel free at any time on all transportation. Of course, they're not going to be unaccompanied. They're going to be accompanied by an adult with a ticket. Now, I don't expect anybody who is under 5 to be traveling by themselves. Okay, that would be a cause of concern. So, of course, you have children under 5, hop on a bus. You have a ticket, hop on a bus, take a bus ride or a train ride, overground or underground, but that can be an adventure. Quite a number of our young people, quite a number of our children have not been to central London, or they may have only been to a particular part in central London. Here is the opportunity to take them to different parts of central London, experience the overground, experience the underground, experience the bus, even experience the tram. But it all can be an enjoyable, exciting, adventurous event. Now, if you're 5 to 10, yes, you can still travel free. But of course, you have to have an adult. And listen to this, if you have 4 children and you are an adult and you have a ticket, those children can all go free. So think about it. You can have a play date. Parents join up together, 8 children, even if they're not yours, take them into central London or take them um, around the country. All right. And of course, if you are 11 to 17, you're going to be using your Oyster card. And you can get a child's rate using the Oyster card. So all of these things are useful to helping us to navigate the summer holidays and travel. Don't worry about travel. Pick a place. We can go there if we have an adult to accompany us, if we are under 11, and if we are over 11, then we have our Oyster card, which we would normally use. It's easy for us to go to some interesting places. Now, have you heard about eating for free or eating for a pound? I think that is such a fantastic um, opportunity that has come up, and quite a number of supermarkets, quite a number of restaurants are involved, included in this. I think that this is a great opportunity for families to eat out, and some of the restaurants or supermarkets, they have it throughout the day or at special times. But the important thing is, if you know, you know, and you grab the opportunity. Let me share some of these places with you. So, ASDA, if you're 16 and under, you can eat for £1 at any time of day in the Asda Cafe. 7 days a week with no minimum adult spend required until the 4th of September. Fantastic. So your parent or the adult who is with you doesn't have to spend £10 in order for you to pay £1 for a meal. I think that is fantastic. So no child will go hungry during the summer. Now, the other thing is baby food is also included. Isn't that awesome? Baby food is included. So no one is left out. We're talking about being inclusive. M&S from the 25th to the 12th of August. So that's from yesterday, Monday, to the 12th of August. You can get free kids munch menu breakfast until 11 a.m. or lunch 11 a.m. when you spend £5 or more in a single transaction on food or drink for adults. Kids also get a free avocado soldier. Now, listen up. Adults, you have to spend £5, but the children can have a free kids munch menu breakfast or lunch. Awesome. I think if we plan for the summer, it's going to be fantastic. And I hope you're taking note of these tidbits that I'm giving you. If you go to Morrison's, if you're under 16, you eat free when an adult spends $4.99 or more on a meal. Bella Italia, kids eat for £1 with the purchase of every adult meal between 4 and 6 from Monday to Thursday. And the meals are suitable for 2 to 11-year-olds. I think these are awesome opportunities that we should grab with both hands. What do you think? I'm hoping you are recognizing that this can help a long way in making the summer holidays fun and less of a worry for you. So, did you know or do you know that there are send-friendly cinemas? Oh yes. So if you're looking to watch Black Panther or the latest movie that's coming out, you just need to do a little bit of research and find out which cinemas are SEND friendly. And I'm going to share one with you, okay? The Odeon. So there are special screenings at the Odeon. And when you go to the cinema, it's usually very noisy, very bright, lots of sounds. And for someone who may have autism or may have certain sensory difficulties or certain learning impairments, there is going to be a problem in the cinema if it's loud and noisy. So, in some cinemas, 90 of them in the UK and the Republic of Ireland, one Sunday morning each month, there is a special autism friendly screening. So, for anybody who is autistic, or anybody who has autism, or anybody who has sensory difficulties or learning impairments, that Sunday morning, the Odeon has a special screening for you. And what this involves is the lights are on throughout the film, the audio is lowered, there are no adverts or trailers before the film, and the cinema doors are opened early so that the guests can go in and get used to the surroundings. Isn't that awesome? This is what we talk about when we talk about being inclusive. It is possible for these adaptations to be made. Now, here are some things I want you to check out. If you are in East Sussex, you can have some time playing golf. Yes. So it's not just restricted to those persons who are experts at golfing, but if you go to Planet Golf, they have SEN sessions as well, and you get a discount on top of it. So there's a mini golf muted SEN session, and for some of our students, some of our young people who may be very rigid in how they look at life and the things that they do, they would enjoy this session. They play by the rules, it's very quiet, and there's more space to play. I think we should take hold of these opportunities and run with them. The sessions are on the fourth Sunday of each month, and that's from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And if you have a particular card, an iGo card, you get free entry for carers. So, carers, parents, and children have a wonderful time in East Sussex at the Planets Golf. Now, you also can participate in the Play Your Way SEN sessions. So, if you want to do things a little differently, this is the one for you. So we have the one for those people who want to follow the rules, they need some quiet, they need some space, that's there. But if you want to do your own version, then Play Your Way is available to you. And then this is on the second Sunday, so not the fourth. The fourth is for those who want to follow the rules and the quiet. If you want to play it your way, then you go on the second Sunday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And of course, the carers go free when you have an iGo card. There's more information for you to access to find out about all the other accessibility features. So if you go to the website that is showing now, you'll be able to not only book but gather more information. Okay, so Planet Golf is where you'd go if you're in East Sussex. And I hope that those who are listening, if you're not from East Sussex, you'll share it with friends or family who are living in East Sussex, or you can go to East Sussex and access these wonderful opportunities for our children and young people who have special educational needs and disabilities. We don't want them to be left out. We want them to have a really wonderful summer. We want them to be active and involved, and we want them to be able to go back to school in the autumn and share all the excitement that they enjoyed and all the lovely things that they participated in. Now, in Plymouth, there is something else: disability short breaks. And these are for children from 7 to 15. If you have an educational healthcare plan or an EHCP, if you have a disability, this is for you. And it's on Thursdays, and there's the address for you if you're in Plymouth. There's an email address, stuart.walbridge at pafc.co.uk, and a phone number 01752 extension 4 to make bookings. But I think it's wonderful. If you're interested in football or you're interested in any sporting activities, it's available to you if you have a disability and if you have an education and healthcare plan. Now, I just love the fact that I am taking all the work out of it for you. I'm telling you all the wonderful things that you can participate in all over the country. So, East Sussex, we have some mini golf going on there. In Plymouth, disability short breaks, football, and other multi sports activities that you can be involved in. We don't want the summer to be you're sitting at home looking at a screen. We want you to be out and about, active, and if the weather is as good as it has been in July, I think you don't want to stay indoors. Of course, if it's really hot, we want you to take all the necessary precautions and keep safe. Okay? So, East Sussex, Plymouth, Sutton. So I didn't even realize that this was something until I was planning for this program, holiday activities and food program. And I actually have information on two places that are using this program. One of them is Sutton. So it's 4 weeks of enriching activities with nutritious, healthy meals provided over the summer school break. Haha. Can you imagine? Mom and dad, you don't have to worry about preparing any food. No. 4 weeks of enriching activities, nutritious, healthy meals. So, no fast food, no junk food, nutritious, healthy foods. And of course, you can go to the website and find out what's available there for your child. Or if it's not for your child, for your neighbor, someone in your community who you think would benefit from this. Now, remember, I did say that this was for parents and carers, but you don't have to be a parent. You can be an interested party. You could be a mentor. You could be someone in the church community, or you recognize that there's a child who would benefit from any of these activities. Please ensure that you get in touch with the relevant organization or company, call them up, visit the website, make a booking, and ensure that you're helping to make somebody's summer exciting and happy. There's also the short breaks holiday offer, and this is where children and young people may be eligible for short break provision during the school holiday period. And there are two options, but I'd like you to go to the local offer page, the Sutton website, the Sutton Borough website, and look at local offer to find out what they have that's appropriate for these children who are eligible for the short breaks holiday offer. So there are some young people, they might um, have a particular criteria that they need to meet. Check out what is on offer, see if they meet the criteria, put them onto it. And as I said, there are two options, and find out which one is more appropriate for each young person that you are thinking about. We can each one reach one. Now, it is possible is all about ensuring that we are making people aware of things that are available. We are signposting people to information, or we're sharing inspirational stories. Today is all about signposting you to available opportunities and activities for the summer holiday. And I'm hoping that everybody is making good use or is making note. Do you have your pen and paper? I hope you have your pen and paper and you've been making some jottings about some of the things that you could get your young people, your children, your niece, your nephew, your little ones involved in. And it doesn't matter where you are, because I've given you a little bit of information on the different places around the country so far. But I'm not finished as yet. I have a couple more to share with you. Ha! We're back in London. And if you're in Enfield and you think, it's a good time for me to learn to swim, or it's a good time for my young people to learn to swim, or they're going to do swimming at school in the autumn. Let me get them up to speed so that they can achieve certain levels of certification easier. Enfield Council is funding free swimming sessions for those young people under 16 years old. And it's all taking place when? During the summer holiday. Ha! How awesome is that? Enfield Council, free swimming. If you're 16 and under, here's a perfect opportunity to learn how to swim or improve your swimming, whether it's the backstroke or the breaststroke or what else is there? Backstroke and breaststroke are the only two that I'm thinking of. But whatever other strokes you're thinking of, here is free swimming sessions. Now, you can participate in any of the 5 council owned pools, whether it's Southbury or Arnos Grove or Albany Park or any of the others. You just go there and sign up for this fantastic opportunity for free swimming. It's hot outside. Who wouldn't want to be swimming inside? And if you don't know how, then here's a perfect opportunity. If you do know how, it's a perfect opportunity to improve your skills. And adults, well, it's on the 16th, so you can't get your opportunity now then. You still have to go and find your own adult swimming classes, okay? So, oh, I think I jumped. Yes. You can book the 1 hour sessions. So they're all 1 hour sessions at the Fusion Lifestyle website. All right. And it's from the 25th to the 29th. So it's all a month of those opportunities. Now, as you can imagine, everybody will be grabbing these swimming sessions. So make sure that you book early so that you are not disappointed. Okay. The demand is high. All right. So, as I said to you, there was another half Hackney activities and food program is also running this summer. And if your child, or if your child, yes, is eligible for free school meals, then when they attend these clubs, they do so free of charge. There's a meal that's provided and a range of activities, including physical activities, with the aim of helping children to be active, socialize, and have a meal together. Now, you know that when it's school time, that's what happens at school. The children are active, they socialize, and they're eating together. They're having lunch together, they're having break together, they're playing games, they're running around, they're climbing, they're doing everything. And because that's what they're used to, and because we want to ensure that they have the same amount of stability and the similar type of stability, we want the routine and the structure to be also in the summer holidays so that they don't have to worry about not having any friends around, because that is a worry for quite a number of our students with SEND. You know, quite often as it comes towards the end of the summer term, we can notice a change in the behavior of our students. We recognize that they might become a little withdrawn or they might start acting out. And it's not simply because the children are naughty. Behavior is simply a form of communication. They're crying out for help. And we have recognized as um, adults who work with children with special educational needs that the summer, not just the summer, but the holidays are not always easy for our children. Home is not always nurturing, home is not always stable. And so when they come to school, they know that there is stability, they know there is a listening ear, they know that there is help, they know that someone will be guiding them and somebody will be nurturing them and somebody will be teaching them strategies to help them to cope with whatever it is that they're going through, and that there'll be no judgment. They know that once they're in the holiday period, that is going to be missing. The familiar faces, the structure, the expectations in terms of behavior, the visual support that we offer them with the rules all around the school, the fact that we speak to them in a soft, calm voice. They may not have that at home. Now, listen up. I'm not saying that all children with special educational needs are from turbulent backgrounds. That's not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying that because we're in the school environment, because we are in a particular structure that is the same every day, that is giving them stability and they've become used to it. Home may not always have the same structure, and they may not be able to handle the lack of the structure that school provides them. And so that is a cause of worry for some of them. And so these activities, these programs, this information that I'm sharing with you is to help your child, to help the child that you're taking care of, to help the child that you may be mentoring, to have some sort of routine, have some stability, have some regularity of activity that gives them stability similar to what they would have received had they been in school. Okay, so Hackney has activities and a food program that is returning. Those of you in Hackney, please access this. All HAF providers welcome children and young people with additional needs. So you have, and I'm just going to share some of them with you. You may never have heard of them before, and this is fantastic for you to grab onto the opportunity that you now have heard of them and you're going to access them. Mouth That Roars, Immediate Theatre, Access to Sport, Laburnum Boat Club are all local providers with significant experience of inclusion and supporting children and young people with SEND. Um, you know, I think I am very privileged to work with children and young people with SEND. I learned so much from them, but it also helps me to be a better person because I constantly have to ensure that what I say to the young people and the children is what I actually demonstrate and live when I'm around them. So it has to be a part of me, it has to be who I am so that children live what they learn. That's not just something that's said, it's actually the reality. Children are like sponges. Whatever they see us do, that's what they do. It's more about what we do than what we say. They tend to go with what they see us doing. And so it's important that what we do is true, it's honest, and it's inspiring for them. But that also is authentically us and it's sincere. We need to ensure that. So, Children with Voices, one of the programs in the Hackney Activities and Food Program. They have places for children with special educational needs and disability. Um, these sessions are supported by youth workers trained in inclusion, and there is the opportunity for continuity. Okay, as I said, children with SEND, children across the board grow better, enjoy life better when there is continuity in what they do. We're told that two of the Jewish providers are also offering SEND specific groups, all right? And we're told that there's additional funding available to Hackney's activities and food providers who show that they are supporting students and young people with additional needs. We're making sure that our children are covered. You know, it's important that children with special educational needs and disabilities are not made to feel as if they're on the outside, made to feel that because they are different, they can't be involved. I like to share with people the importance of being different. What would the world be if we were all the same? Kind of boring, don't you think? So, our individuality, our differences, whatever that difference is, should be a badge of honor rather than a stigma. So, encourage your young people, encourage your child to embrace their difference, to walk proudly because they're different. They're unique. There's nobody like your child. There's nobody like you. So, in the same way that you embrace your individuality and your uniqueness and your personhood, encourage your child to embrace theirs as well. It's good to be different. So, is your child interested in drama, in play acting, in singing, in dancing? Well, guess what? Chicken Shed is just the place for your child to go. And started on Monday. I'm not quite sure if you can get a late entry, but I'm hoping that you'll try. And if you don't get in for this program, there's one in August. So, starting on Monday, children can be a part of a group that will create a story, learn songs, make up dances, all in preparation for a performance on the Friday. Wow, singing and dancing. I'm thinking of Shirley Temple singing and dancing. No, I'm not going to sing. But imagine your child is interested in singing, your child is interested in um, writing songs or learning songs or writing a story or dancing. This is the thing for them. And this one, the Summer Shed, is for children between the ages of 5 and 11. Okay, and for those of you who don't know, Chicken Shed is an all inclusive theater school. Yes, it's a school for anybody who's interested in theater, in drama, in singing, the creative arts. And it doesn't matter your skill, your disability, it doesn't matter. It includes everybody. And that's so fantastic because you might be thinking, I am in a wheelchair. So what? You can be in Chicken Shed and you can participate and do very well. Don't allow anything that you think that could be a limitation to actually limit you. Go and see what Chicken Shed has to offer and hop in. We might be able to see you in a upcoming show. So check this out. 5 to 11, see if you can still get on to this summer shed. But if you're a little older, here is something for you. This is called Summer Scratch, and it's a summer theater project for those 12 and from 12 to 17. So we're talking about secondary school age, okay? So if you are interested in performance and movement and music, this is for you. There's a cost involved, however, £95, and it's from the 15th of August to the 19th of August. So 1 hour, 1 week, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., 12 to 18-year-olds. So you would I think you would want to find that 95 pounds. I know it might be a little steep, but it's a fantastic way for your young person with an interest in the arts to really get a great taste of what is involved from start to finish, right up to performance. So have a look and see if that's something that you would be interested in. We've been talking about how we can ensure that our children with additional needs, disabilities, learning difficulties can have a fun filled, exciting summer holiday. I've shared a few things with you about routines, whether it's bedtime, whether it's waking up, whether it's sleep, the activities that are available, some wonderful initiatives that we see where companies and supermarkets are ensuring that our young people can have some delicious food, um, they can have some activities and nutritious meals, but everywhere is uh, doing something, sorry, to ensure that our young people are not left out. I hope that today's session of It Is Possible Tuesdays has been useful to you. I hope that you have picked up some tips that you can use, some places that you can go to get ideas of activities that our young people and children can participate in. If you found today's session useful, drop me a comment and let me know what else you think you'd like some information on. I will be doing a back to school session at the end of August, some things that we need to ensure that our young people are doing in preparation for returning to school. So look out for that. We will have some guests in the month of August as well, and we will continue with our guests throughout the year. But if you enjoyed today's session or you found it useful and you have some questions or there's a topic that you would like me to focus on, please let me know and I will do my best to provide you with the information or signpost you to an organization that would be helpful to you. We have almost come to the end of It Is Possible Tuesdays with Sanya, and I'm hoping that you have been blessed. Yes, blessed with the information. It has opened your eyes and or set you thinking to some of the things that you could do with your children and your family members that could ensure that this year is really a wonderful summer holiday time for them. So, yes, did you think I would not talk about this? Have you forgotten that there are museums and the art galleries and free concerts? Eventbrite is wonderful, and this is not a plug for Eventbrite, but museums and art galleries and concerts. Oh, please ensure that our young people are having their bit of cultural um, literacy. Ensure that they are able to talk about the educational things. It's not just a time for fun, but it's also a time for gaining information, broadening their horizon, broadening their scope, broadening their experience. Please ensure that you take them to some museums, ensure that you take them to some art galleries, ensure that you get them to go to some free concerts as well. The atmosphere that they will be experiencing will be next to none. You also have some markets that they can go to, you know, vegan markets. Yes, I had to plug the vegan market in there. And it's not just the you don't even have to buy anything. It's just the experience. You go to the markets, there's music, it's colorful, there's food, you're meeting lots of different people. Just ensure that they are a part of the atmosphere, just ensure that they're part of the experience. Let me tell you, they will remember that. Oftentimes, as I said, the summer holiday doesn't have to break the bank. The experience the children will remember it and they will appreciate it. So make sure that you're doing your part to improve their culture. Yes, expose them to different things because it is possible. And today, it is possible Tuesdays has been all about having fun for our children and young people with special educational needs. Yes, we've come to the very end, and I hope you enjoyed today's session. It was just me talking to you, sharing some information that I thought you would find useful. And if you found it useful, share it with others. And if there's another topic that you'd like me to focus on, please let me know. As I said, towards the end of August, in preparation for back to school, I will be doing a session on back to school preparation because we want to ensure that our young people return to school excited and ready to learn. But for now, it's fun, fun, and more fun. Remember, it is all about what is possible. Be a dreamer, a doer, a thinker. See possibility everywhere. Because you're alive, everything is possible. But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. Thank you very much. I'm happy that you were able to spend this time with me. I hope that you were blessed. I hope that you enjoyed the information I shared with you. And I hope to see you in 2 weeks' time with a special guest. Thank you very much. Do have a wonderful evening. Let me tell you something. There's some sun left out there, so you can go and enjoy some sun. Enjoy a walk. Yes, take the kids for a walk in the park. You might be able to catch a park, I think. Some parks might still be open. But if not, just take a walk and enjoy the evening. Thank you very much. Do have a wonderful evening and see you soon. It is possible Tuesdays with Sanya has come to an end for the last Tuesday in the month of July. But August is coming soon. Take care. Bye.
When I call on Jesus, all things are possible. I can mount on wings like eagles and soar. When I call on Jesus, mountains are gonna fall. 'Cause he'll move heaven and earth to come rescue me when I call. La la la.